Yo, GameBro here, and this is Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. In this part I'll be showing off the bad ending, which I almost forgot, but I didn't, so all is well. Well, except for terminating itself, but otherwise, all is well. Yep, this is what happens if you allow the fourth day to happen. It gets real. Destruction occurs. Pretty grim for a Nintendo game. As if just a game over text with game over wasn't enough, you actually get to see destruction occur. You actually get to watch a cutscene about a bad ending. That laugh, who could it be besides a masked salesman? What do you think? With 72 hours being the maximum. Transform! It's gonna be awesome. An adult Link-like form? Well, not completely the case. It does have the same voice actor. Well, probably just the same audio from Adult Link from prequel to this game. Thankfully, it's more than just being a bit similar to Adult Link. Yeah, we even have a new sword, with a large body we have now. See, there are 5 whopping swords in this game. That is a lot. And here I will quickly defeat Adowa. That's one move I failed to show off. See how much more quickly I took care of Adowa, and that was not a very good performance on my part either. Not a very good performance on my part either. Kind of show off the movesets. Has a lot of the same animation, but well, the one thing that's disappointing about Fierce Deity Link is you don't have like a colossal radius for a spin attack like you should. But hey, you do get a sword beam like move. You don't even have to be at full health, and it uses very little magic for how much damage it does. So it is awesome for having to do things the harder way. Once in a while, satisfied to come kind of close to being in God mode. I mean, obviously, you still take damage, but in boss battles are much more piece of cake. Here's will probably be my worst performance here. I mean, since you pretty much get limited magic as long as you stand next to a jar, you may as well go beam crazy, magic crazy. But I wasn't so insane about using magic. Even though it's the second boss, this one takes more hits than the third and fourth boss for some reason. But yeah, as you can see, the best way to do this is to stand from a point where you can see it coming. We can. How should I explain it? Like standing where you could see go for like half of the room, so you'll have plenty of time to know when to fire your beams at him. And of course, you do have sword beams in Skyward Sword. So this is closest you got to sword beams until that game in a 3D Zelda game. I'm not exactly sure how much more damage it does than the Great Fairy Sword, but it does like at least twice as much. So like for every upgrade of a sword you get, well actually not every, because Gilded Sword does 1.5 times more damage than the Razor Sword. But let's see. Times 2 times 1.5 times 2 times 2. So yeah, with the Fierce Deity Mask, you'll do like a dozen times more damage than the sword you start off with. It's pretty awesome. So what else is there to discuss? About my thoughts on E3, I am pretty late to mention it. But truth be told, I pretty much only recently checked out what I missed at E3 this year. I mean, I'm more of an old school gamer. It also seems you can jump a little farther. Pretty neat. But yeah, I'm more of an old school gamer. Within the past few years, I've spent more time with I spend more cash on picking up more old school games, like ranging from Genesis to the Xbox. Just with so much games I have to catch up on with a good amount of games I've owned but haven't finished yet, I just don't have as much desire to check out the newer games as much as I should. But anyway, my thoughts, here are some games I'm definitely the most looking forward to. But I think I'm speaking for just about every Nintendo fan. I am very much looking forward to the new Smash Bros. For the Wii U and 3DS. I remember when it was a new game, I was in the state where I was, well, kind of a gamer. I felt like I was kind of straying away from being a gamer a little bit at the time, but Brawl brought me back into gaming, gave me the enjoyment I needed in order to be a hardcore gamer again. Yeah, I've definitely been in that state a few times where I lose interest in gaming a bit. So what reason do I have not to look forward to the 4th installment? Pikmin 3, definitely. It's been 9 years since the second game released. Judging from footage I've seen, it'll be 9 years damn well worth it. Very much so. I've already brought up Sonic Lost World, and that is looking like a good game that I will be picking up. Like a mix between Super Mario Galaxy and the canceled Sonic Extreme, but I've already discussed it already, so I'm not going to discuss it any more than I have to. Yeah, kind of boring to just bring up Nintendo games, but hey, for a long time I pretty much just grew up with Nintendo. I mean, I sort of grew up with Sega too, but like by the time I got a Genesis and Dreamcast, Walmart, Target, and many stores stopped carrying those games, so so as a child I didn't really get to grow up with a lot. So what I said, E3 discuss, I'm definitely looking forward to the other Zelda game, the Link to the Past like game, with Link to the Past being one of my favorite Zelda games. If not this one, that would actually be my all-time favorite Zelda game. So how can I not look forward to it? It'd be nice if there would be like a new Star Fox game already. Oh, and Rayman Legends, that's looking awesome. Although I can't just say looks, because I've actually played the demo at GameStop once, and it was a blast, let me tell you. Similar gameplay to the last Rayman game, Rayman Origins. It also has those stages where the character you're controlling kind of moves on its own, and you rotate the stages a bit and such. It's simple but a ton of fun. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about E3. Someone came into my room. I believe that is why I paused for a second there. Yeah, I was being a little careless. I was running out of magic. Although thankfully, you can just take the mask off anytime. I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to, but yeah. Could have put on the Giant's mask and get some magic, so it was all good. Either way, though I mentioned a lot of games on Nintendo platforms, I'm by no means just into Nintendo/Sega. I do own a PS2, an Xbox, and an Xbox 360. And I've enjoyed all three consoles, but just what Nintendo comes out with, and a lot of the third-party stuff for it, tend to interest me more. Like, I'm not into games that are too realistic, both graphically and what is possible in real life. I'm showing this off again because I want to show the extra bit of dialogue that you get if you go through this a second time, and well, every other time afterwards. Yes, so even though they saved tournament before, for some reason they went back and are doing the same thing. It's an endless loop. There's no more games with this particular Link. Yes, Moon. Well, thanks, I guess. Back in this, for some reason, peaceful mass. But now we're gonna, right off the bat, speak to the one with Majora's Mask. And show the other way to defeat as well. I was also considered, sure enough, defeating the fourth boss with like the fire arrows, but mad to that, it's pretty much the same strategy as using Fierce Deity Link, but having to use a lot more magic. I didn't really feel like it was worth it. And the animation for taking it off, just because. Anyway, let's get this last boss off with and this LP done with for good. Fierce Deity Link, damn well worth getting all mask, even though you can't use it outside of boss battles. Even attacking from the front seems to stun it this time. See how much more damage it does? That jump move already summons the other four masks of boss we face in the same part. You're still, even though this will be a lot easier, I may assume, but props to you if you can defeat this boss without losing any hearts at all. You're still bound to lose some unless you're really lucky / really skilled. Now this funky form again. Man, I'm really wailing on it. The most intimidating. I'm not going to forgive that kick. But anyway, except for this boss, this has been Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. It has been a lot of fun. I'm definitely appreciating this game more than I did as a child. Not being as being able to get all the heart pieces this time has also been really satisfying. One Zelda game that I'm considered doing, I've considered playing through The Legend of Zelda 2. I do believe that to be an underrated game. No promises, but yes, that's most likely Zelda game I will be doing next. But now I gotta get back to Quest 64 and Beetle Adventure Racing. And that's the end of the game. Again, hope y'all enjoyed. This is GameBro. See you all in the next LP.